Ladies and gentlemen, this is really special. Welcome COSY, Sheridan, and Charlie Koch.
Thank you, Adam. He was setting up that song. I thought, wow, what a coincidence he would mention that song. Ooh, I think we can bring that down. I think it's at banjo level. We're delighted to be here. See you all. We drove north and it got warmer. It was 60 degrees today in Harrisville, New Hampshire, and it was 66 as we got into 91. You can still bring that down a bit, Adam.
Yep. Take the guitar or the vocal?
The guitar. It's the guitar, not the vocal. Yep. Keep bringing it down.
Okay, yeah.
That's good. I want to give Adam points for pronouncing Charlie's last name correctly. We have a lot of times when that doesn't happen. Good job, Adam. Did you go to private school too?
Yes, I heard it only a minute before, so I couldn't get it in my head.
You ready, Charlie?
Yeah.
You come a long way from where you started. Here are the kind words. You went through a lot of broken hearted. Here are the kind words. So far away it was out of sight. They move the goalposts in the middle of the night, and nobody knows if they're doing it right. Here are the kind words. You sing that with us if you want. And it didn't work out the way you planned. Here are the kind words. The little train says, I think I can. Here are the kind words. The grains of sand, the words of praise, the more than 10,000 days that brought you here where you could say the kind words. Step by step on the crooked way. Stand still when you are afraid. When you can't go forward, go sideways. Oh, and the world's too big to understand. Here are the kind words. The little bit of clay in your hand. Here are the kind words. And you never know when you're at the end. So the best you can be is a good friend, and take the time to always send the kind word. Step by step on the crooked way. Stand still when you are afraid. When you can't go forward, go sideways. Oh, and there's a lot to learn from I don't know. Here are the kind words, and you figure it out as you go. Here are the kind words, and the miracle, it's what you found. When the road ran out, you could have turned around, but you set off for unknown ground. Found the kind word. Oh, the miracle, it's what you found. When the road ran out, you could have turned around, but you set off for unknown ground. Found the kind word. Thank you.
Is this mic on here?
No.
Why, we having a little bit of a hummy thing happening?
No, I just thought I'm hearing the bass coming from
Oh, it's
places
fine.
I didn't.
Well, I saw some heads moving, so
Could
I think
just
they
get a
were
little
singing.
more of my,
Put down.
I could see Susan's head moving.
can I get a little more of my mic in the?
Yes.
So we moved up to New Hampshire during the pandemic. I was born in New Hampshire, but I spent 20 years in Utah, and then when I met Charlie, I moved east because he had a house in Maynard, Massachusetts. And we were living there when the pandemic started. And I would drive up to New Hampshire to visit New Hampshire things. And then there was this rumor that New Hampshire was going to not allow you to come to New Hampshire if you had Massachusetts plates on your car. I said, Charlie, we're moving. So we moved to Harrisville, which was in southern New Hampshire, and growing up in Concord, I thought it'll be warmer there. But it turns out we found the coldest place in New Hampshire. It's okay. And we settled in for the most of the pandemic. And like you, probably, we thought it would last a couple months. But at a certain time, we realized that we had become each other's only social outlet. And I don't know about you, but it didn't bring out the best in us every day. And on one of those days, I was up in my office, which is upstairs at far end of the house. And Charlie was down in the kitchen, which is downstairs at the far end, other end of the house. And this was because this was best for all that we be in separate parts of the house. And I was upstairs starting a song on the ukulele, and Charlie was making toast. I know that because later I went downstairs, and you'll hear that later in the story. So I start this song, and I get through the second verse, and I come to where the chorus should start, and I have this idea, and I get up from my seat and I start walking downstairs. And luckily I'm playing a ukulele, because if you walk through a door with a guitar, anyone who plays a guitar knows that you break the guitar. But luckily I was playing the ukulele, so I walk downstairs and I'm starting the chorus to this song. Mind you, it has never been written before. No one has heard it, including me. And I'm writing it, and I enter the kitchen, and Charlie is at the toaster oven. And he turns, and I start singing this chorus. And Charlie starts singing a harmony. And it was like the day got better. What if it'll be okay? What if it works out right? What if there is a new day after this night? What if we turn the corner? What if we make it through? My world is warmer when my world has you. We fall, my friend, we fall, we get up again. I like stories once upon a time. I like when your hand reaches for mine. If we lean in where it hurts, lean into the mistake. If we lean in where we break, we fall, my friend, we fall, we get up again. Forgive me, I'll forgive you. That's all we have to do. What if it'll be okay? What if it works out right? What if there is a new day after this night? We fall, my friend, we fall, we get up again.
Thank you.
So, looking at us, you can probably guess that if Charlie and I only met 10 years ago, we met when we were already halfway through the movie. And that neither of us was a young person who had not established any personal habits yet.
I was significantly more than halfway through the movie.
Charlie likes to think he's further than halfway through the movie, but I'm an optimist. So what happens is we get together And we've both had some long lives. And we move in together, and we hope, as most people do when they do this late in life, that our personal habits will dovetail in a peaceable manner. Remember the previous song. And for the most part, we were lucky. And we did pretty well everywhere except for the kitchen sink. We had trouble in the kitchen sink. And what would happen is we'd go along fine for about 6 months. And then there would be a day where there would have to be a discussion about the kitchen sink. And mind you, Charlie raised 4 daughters, and he's one of 10 children. So the kitchen sink is a place that has to have a lot of order and rules around it. Whereas I've pretty much been a feral animal all of my life. And I can do whatever I want in the kitchen because I'm the only one who has to worry about it. So we were coming from different places. But anyway, we'd have this discussion every 6 months or so. And then we would retreat to the opposite corners of the house. And I would have just these reams of journal entries that I would write to myself about why I would not change my position on the dishes. I was gonna die on the hill of dishes. And this is what I love about songwriting, which is that, or any art, you can work out stuff that you don't understand about your own psyche without actually having to consciously understand what's happening. Well, that was too much, sorry. I do want you to get a sense of guitar, but I don't want it to be so much that you're braced. You getting some guitar? Okay. Do you even remember what the song's about anymore? It was a long time ago I started talking about it. You good? I leave dishes in the sink. It bothers you a lot. It would be better if I did not leave dishes in the sink. I think we agree the sink means one thing to you and another to me. It's my fault. I leave dishes in the sink. My mother was a housewife, trapped in a time that says, here is your life in dishes and cleaning. She found little meaning, but my mother stood at the sink. You'd think our dishwasher could make this problem go away, but I remember my mother. Every day she would reach and bend, load and unload again. My mother stood at the sink, 'cause she was married to a man who was raised to think that what he did all day meant he didn't have to stand at the sink or the dustpan or the broom. My mother taught me every day, you clean one room. So I built myself a life with few dishes to do. 'Cause when I stand at the sink, it's like she's standing there too. And I fall on my knees and I praise the day I can leave the sink and walk away. One dish, one room, one day after another I leave dishes in the sink to rescue my mother. Thank you. Adam, are you here? Can I have a tiny bit of guitar back? Thank you. Can we have a hand for Adam? who's doing so much. Really. You know, often at these coffee houses, there's just reams of volunteers. When you arrive, they're setting up chairs, they're putting things up, they're making food. You're met by a huge crowd. And we showed up, and Chad and Adam were here. And I thought, but don't you get help? And help did arrive, but it came early, did it? This is nothing. You guys should come to Harrisville. It's a lot colder. All right, so this song was inspired in 2012 when there was an article in the paper, in fact, a number of articles, and in fact, it might be the time that you noticed that arugula made its entry upon the grocery store shelves. And if you're like me, you didn't even know how to pronounce arugula in 2012. But slowly it came into our world. And I read an article at that time about why bitter greens are good for you. And it's all because there's this thing called a phytonutrient in the bitter green. And as a folk singer, of course, I immediately wanted to write a song and share all this information with you. Assuming that you want to be educated at all moments in your entertainment value. And so I wrote this song, yeah, but it took me many years to eradicate the word phytonutrient from the lyric. But I did manage to get it to go away. There we go. That's wrong. What'd I do? There. That's what I did wrong. For those following along at home, we're now in Dad Gad, and unfortunately I went to Open D, and now I've had to go back to Dad Gad for this particular song. Let us consider the lettuce. It's not as healthy as they said. Like certain anxious dogs, it's a little overbred. They made it as sweet as they can, 'cause that's what sells at a produce stand. It turns out something bitter is better for you. Oh, the rabbits and the woodchucks have known it all along. They're not getting into your garbage, they are out there in your lawn. When the world feels like a deadly place, eat something we can't erase. You want to survive, eat the dandelion. If you want to make it up the hill, eat something we cannot kill. They want to give you one more pill. Get down in the dirt, maybe you will find a tree you can admire, a living thing that won't expire. Times are dire, eat the dandelion. Oh, the world will come to get you in oh so many ways. Complicated chemicals rounding out our days. Kraft, Cheetos, stuff like that's gonna make us stupid and make us fat. And I'll tell you where your health is at. Go out and eat the yard. If you wanna make it up the hill, eat something we cannot kill. They wanna give you one more pill. Get down in the dirt, maybe you will find a tree you can admire, a living thing that won't expire. Times are dire, eat the dandelion. It's bitter, it's true, it turns out bitter is better for you. If you want to make it up the hill, eat something we cannot kill. They want to give you one more pill. Get down in the dirt, maybe you will find a tree you can admire, a living thing that is a grand piano. Seated out is a man in a gray suit with a red tie. He's playing 76 trombones, lead the big parade. And his grandchildren are marching around the room. It's Thanksgiving. When my grandmother leaves the room, he will sing you dirty verses to songs that he learned in college. Get out your old rubber bustle, get out and hustle, 'cause the rent is coming due. While you're out there making money, I'll be waiting for you, honey. If you can't get 5, take 2. Well, my grandfather used to play 76 trombones, and Miss Otis regrets on a piano on a flatbed truck all the way down Main Street with the color guard and the vets. My grandmother saved the picture, they ran in the paper, George and his ivories in the lead. 76 trombones lead the big parade, George and his 88 keys. And Miss Otis regrets that George will be unable to lunch today. He's down the hall in his room with some childhood tune, and it will not get out of his way. And there's a bird on the windowsill, or is that his old backyard? And that sparrow that once sat on his palm. 76 trombones lead the big parade. In George's head now they all play different songs. And he wore a tulip, a sweet yellow tulip, and she wore a big red rose. And George wears what the nurse dresses him in. Now he can't understand his clothes. And my grandmother comes to help him eat his lunch every day and sits with him through the long afternoons. 76 trombones lead the big parade, and love does not forget its tune. Amazing grace, where is your sweet sound? Let it come and abide with me. In the gathering dark, we'll play a song in F sharp. George taught himself on just the black keys. And we'll play it by ear to call heaven near, where not one note has to sound alone. And 76 trombones lead the big parade, and George all the way home. Thank you very much. We have time for 2 more, and I'm adding this one in because we met Kit. And turns out, somebody says to Charlie that Kit makes skis. And Charlie is an inveterate skier. And this winter, he went on a ski vacation and left me at home alone for about, 3 days. And this was, can you hear me when I bellow off the mic?
Sure.
Okay. This was sometime in December when, it gets dark very early and it remains dark very late. And so I had gotten into this lovely habit, as he was gone, of lighting candles, getting up in the dark and lighting candles and enjoying this beautiful early morning event. And then Charlie returns from his ski vacation. And the next day he is going to go skiing again. So he gets up early to go skiing. And I have lit my candles, but Charlie is turning on lights. And we have sort of a passive-aggressive hour or so together. And then Charlie leaves for whatever mountain it is that he's going to conquer that day. Is that fair? You want me to take that one back? That might have been going a little too far.
I object the word.
Conquer.
I object to the word vacation.
Oh, all right. His ski working job. So I spend the rest of the day writing this. I am who I am, you are who you are, my dear. You like to ski, go, 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 the snow is here. I am who I am, I light candles at dawn. You want to ski, go, 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 you turn all the lights on. I am who I am, I want to see the sunrise. I turn the lights off, 'cause they are blinding my eyes. But you are who you are, now you can't find what you need. You turn the lights back on, 'cause you wanna go ski. Oh, sometimes all we have in common is love. Sometimes just love. I turn the lights off, I don't want them on. They're not part of my plan for greeting the dawn. But your ski pants are black, and now it's dark in the hall. You turn the lights back on, 'cause you don't want to fall. I don't want you to fall. I wouldn't mind if you tripped. I turn the lights back off to slow you down a bit. Oh, sometimes all we have in common is love. You are who you are, so you pretend not to mind. You want to ski, go, go, go. You want to get there on time, so you neatly leap over this marital ditch. Though by now you wouldn't rhyme that line with light switch. Oh, sometimes all we have in common is love. Sometimes just love. Oh, and by now I have noticed something's gone wrong. By now I can't remember if the lights are off or on. Oh, sometimes all we have in common is love. Sometimes just love. Sometimes just love. Thank you. We'd like to bring up the cast of Dan and the Dinosaurs, or however many are willing to join us upon the stage to sing. We're just going to have, I just want a wall of men behind me singing. I like this idea.
The Red Army Choir.
The Red Army Choir. Oh, I like that. I want to thank these guys for learning a song while they were busy at a bluegrass festival. And we so enjoyed listening to you all sing. Can we have another hand for Dan and the Dinosaurs? They did an awesome job. So you come in on the second verse, Kit, and I give you the break after the second chorus.
You got it.
They have no idea what's going to happen. They're just bravely standing up here. I'm going to remind them of the words and how the song goes for just a second here. Oh, how the pretty bird sings, fly away.
It's where we play all our gigs.
Awesome.
We don't know what we're going to do.
Well, I'm not sure I want you to stay now. Kidding. Okay, there's a little bridge. Don't forget about the bridge. The bridge is a cappella. Everybody good? So I wrote this when my previous partner, we lived in Moab, Utah for many years. He got pancreatic cancer, and he knew he had only a few months to live, and he wrote a poem saying he wanted to come back as a raven. And we lived in Moab, where the ravens are the size of a Volkswagen Bug. I'd want to come back as a raven, too. So this song, Oh, How the Pretty Bird Sings, Fly Away, is sort of what he was saying. So if you'd like to join us on the chorus, that is the words. Oh, how the pretty bird sings, fly away. In a certain tree I will make my nest, and you can write to me at distress. I will be there, and then I'll be gone. No matter where we live, we all move on. Make me a raven's wing, and I will return in the spring when the desert is a beautiful thing.